One, testing, one. Okay, good afternoon, good afternoon. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, this is the big encounter. St. Vincent and the Grenadines versus Guyana. Vincent Heat versus the Golden Jaguars. Here at Guyana Sports Complex. Wednesday, June 10th. History will surely be made. We are looking at both teams. While the anthem is playing, give you a quick rundown of the visiting team, the Golden Jaguars. In goal, number 1, Akil Clark. The outside players, Christopher Nurse, Dwayne Jacobs, Jamal Smith, Colin Nelson, Walter Moore, Orland Mills, Brandon Beresford, Daniel Wilson, Sheldon Holder, and M. Roy Welchman, as we have the national anthem of Guyana. On the bench for Guyana, Derek Carter, Kanata Manning, Ian Aline, Adrian Butler, Tyron Bob, Parnell Schultz, Chris Camacho, and Kevin Benton. That's the representatives of the Guyana team. That's the national anthem of Guyana. Here's the national anthem of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That's the anthem of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And St. Vincent will be represented while the players shake hands. St Vincent will start with Winslow McDowell in goal, and the out players Hamlet, Richards, Samuel, George, Richardson, Stuart, Francis, Ashton, Anderson, and Dreams. It's going to be a test of character for the Vincentians this afternoon, despite they are playing on their own home turf. Teams are posing for photographs. Very soon we will be witnessing this encounter between St Vincent and the Grenadines. Vincent Heat and Guyana Golden Jaguars. Your comments on this evening encounter. You're looking forward for a lively encounter, or do you think it's gonna be one-sided?
I don't think it's going to be one-sided. It's going to be a lively encounter. It's a two-leg affair, and both teams are trying to get something out of this game. Guyana trying to get one to go back home with, and St Vincent definitely want to establish themselves and win this game, so they have just to lock it up in Guyana with probably a 0-0 draw. So if they were to win here and go back to Guyana with a win, it will look better for them. Nobody wants to give anything away here and go back losing, having to go back to the drawing board. So I think it's going to be all to play for in this first leg.
We see the Vincentians, to me, have just won the task, and it's the usual thing for the national team, being an ex-national player myself, that we kick to the sudden goal first. In the second period, when we are kicking to the Arnosville airport side, it's like we are coming home. But I think that home turf in these days does not really say again the winner from the loser. And as you rightly says, we are looking forward for a classic encounter this evening, and I believe who plays the better football will win this afternoon. We are about to witness the kickoff. Guyana will take the pass. We see standing on the ball for Guyana. It's Welshman, number 10. Just behind him, he will be supported by Nurse. The referee just checking his time. And we'll wait no more. The encounter is on. St Vincent winning all the ball. Here's Stuart. Cuts inside. Short. Plays an all the ball, and this could be danger here for Guyana. And oh my goodness. Akil Clark just managed to pick it up. That's an early, very early attack by Vincent Heat. And we have seen that Vincent Heat from the very start is not gonna settle for anything less than to attack the Guyanese goal. In their own half, Hamlet gives it away, picks it up by the number 8 player, that's Nurse, sends it back, he chips it forward. Richardson being confronted there. Holder, here's the number 11 trying to chips it in, comes off the arm of Hamlet, and we'll have the first corner of the match. Your opening thoughts?
I mean, St Vincent could have gone 1-0 ahead from the first minute of the game, and they would rue missing that chance. But I like the way they start. They look lively, and it's good to see them on the back foot. Guyana, that is. But I see they have a corner now, and let's see how well the Vincent Heat defense hold up against this corner.
Beautiful. Corner for Guyana. 8 yellow shirts. Here's the right-footed corner swinging in. Here comes the header down, but finally it's given away back again to Guyana. Here's number 11, Wilson. Oh, an aimless strip straight into the arms of goalkeeper Winslow McDowell. Boards it out to Richards. Mills to Richardson. Playing from left to right. Stewart shields his man nicely. But Hamlet gives it up to his number 10 player. He slips it inside. Oh, but cut out there by the hard-working defense of SVG. Comes all the way back to the number 4 player for Guyana. Comfort, and once more, St. Vincent and the Grenadines on the attack. All the way to Myron Samuel, touched it, and that should have been a one-time left-footed cross.
I totally agree with you. I don't know why he needed the extra touch, and that extra touch just took him way off the field, you know. If it was cricket, we would have said 4 runs he get there, you know what I mean? But seriously, I like the way Vince is looking, a quick counter-attack, and we're up the road, and the guy, number 13, is it? I love the way he's springing these counter-attacks and bringing everybody into play. So I could see Vinci, we should be 1-0 up before the half if everything goes to plan. Let's see how Guyana cope with this added pressure.
Yes. Anderson playing the left-hand side. Right now he's presently working out in the USA, hoping that he will gain selection for one of the MLS teams. But we see most of the attack coming on the left side. Here he is again. Steps it forward, but cut out there by the defense for Guyana. Samuel comes inside, finds Hamlet. Hamlet on the center circle. Ford finds Richardson. He plays to Stewart. Stewart, oh, nice tapped in ball there. But the whistle goes. Whistle goes against Ashton for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Referee just signaling that the kick is to be taken. It's taken from the wrong position. Nurse, captain for Guyana. Attacking down the left-hand side is Guyana. Shoots it up. Stewart comes all the way back to help out. Nice bit of footwork there by the Guyanese. There's a dangerous ball. In comes Winslow McDowell. Takes it, boards it out again. Find Anderson down the left-hand side. That's the area where St. Vincent is most productive. Richards. Chips it forward. Samuel. George. Comes all the way to Hamlet. Back to Hamlet. St. Vincent just holding it up. Very cautious. Here comes Guyana. Down to the middle. One there, back again by Hamlet. Finds Richards. Richards finds Anderson. The man who was causing the most trouble for the Guyanese. He cuts inside and gives it to the number 13 player. Oh, but the flag was up. So danger averted. St. Vincent attacking mostly from the left-hand side. Do you think this is planned?
Apparently they've seen some kind of weakness on the right-hand side of defense of the Guyanese. It's Anderson and James linking up as well, and to great effect. And we can see we just halted by the offside flag, but if this momentum keeps up, we should see a goal before halftime.
Throwing right before us to the near side. Oh, miscommunication there between number 15, that's Beresford, and the number 9 player for Guyana, that's Holder. Long throw forward. Here comes Guyana with it once more. Playing from left to right. Richards being traced there down the right hand side. Here comes the cross. Oh, neatly knocked away there by Francis. That's the number 15 player for St. Vincent and Grenadines with the expense of a corner. But just for a moment, Guyana looks rather threatening coming down that right-hand side.
Well, we could see that guy on the right-hand side of Guyana has a turn of pace that caught our wing-back flat-footed, and the cross came over to deadly effect, but the centre-backs were aware of the danger and cleared quickly. So the face is corner, and we could see what's going to happen next.
Corner from the near side. This is the second corner for Guyana. We are playing just 8 minutes. Flighting up against the wind. Here comes the corner. Keeper call safe into the hands of goalkeeper Winslow McDowell. Prefers to use his hands than his feet. Find Richards on the left-hand side. Oh, Richards plays a great ball to Anderson, but he can't read it. That's on George, sorry, the number 17. But we watch Guyana coming down the right-hand side. Plays it inside, an aimless ball, but picked up by Richardson, who decides to come back to his goalkeeper McDowell. Then chooses attack from the right-hand side. Here's Francis. To Hamlet. Back again to McDowell. St Vincent just calming it down slightly. St Vincent just taking possession. Here comes Francis. Plays a long ball. Stewart tries to give trace, but it's out into touch. Guyana in their own half. Nice skill. Comes to his number 11 player. That's Wilson. Cuts inside. Tackles by Stewart. Still wins it. Finally George. Hamlet. Samuel. 30. Will get across his man. Takes the left foot shot, but blocked there. And St Vincent and the Grenadines will win their first corner. St Vincent in the attacking third are making some very sharp, nippy passes. And I think just for a moment that if this is to continue, surely it's going to be productive.
Of course, I've seen the coach Cornelius Huggins working with the Chris short passes in the attacking third for St Vincent training. So they are just applying it to good effect, and hopefully soon we would have a goal to cheer.
That's with the corner by George.
Yeah, the corner was tipped over well. Keeper alert, you know what I mean? Guyana right now on the back foot and having to cope with a series of attacks and pressure on the part of St Vincent, just coming down their throats, you know what I mean? St Vincent looking very comfortable on the ball. Guyana hasn't really settled as yet. So what St Vincent would need to do is score before they actually get a chance to settle. Because if they do, we don't know what they have in store for us in case St Vincent doesn't penetrate that goal.
Here comes the corner. The head goes up, nodded away by the Guyanese. All the Guyanese in the back. But here's Francis chipping it forward. The head goes up, but straight into the arms of goalkeeper Clark. And the danger is averted. But even Stevens, at this time, no team seems to have the upper hand as yet. But Vincy Heath looks the more attacking, the more aggressive. And I somehow believe that this should register first. That gives it to Stewart. Stewart runs clear. This is danger here. Oh my goodness. And Stewart on 2 occasions hits it straight into the path of goalkeeper Clark, who is down. And surely St. Vincent and the Grenadines should have been on the scorecard.
If I was Stewart, I know I'm going to be having nightmares tonight if I don't score to redeem myself. That was a clear-cut chance. Some chances don't come as easy as that, and getting a second bite of the cherry still fail to put it into the back of the net. I mean, saying that St. Vincent is now beginning to be in the ascendancy is like saying nothing for anybody watching the game. But missed chances could hurt you if you don't put them away, and Guyana happen to score one. St. Vincent must score, must score. Right now, both coaches are on their feet because the game right now is really tense, and the tension is building, which is good atmosphere for the game.
Stewart will really love to have another chance, another opportunity, but will it be as clear as this one? Oh, it was a juicy ball play to him by the number 8 captain, That's Hamlet. And Stewart should have really put it away. 2 occasions straight into the path of the goalkeeper. Clark kicks it long downfield. Richards. Not it back, but just find the number 15 player for Guyana, who kicks the ball forward, but straight into the arms of goalkeeper McDowell. Bowls it out, finds Hamlet, his captain. Ashton. Francis. Little nudge there by the 21 player for Guyana. That's Nelson. Winning a throw. Guyana. Oh, nice turn by Holder. But Francis was in the path. St Vincent seems to send it long. George comes forward, trying to get around to man. He runs himself into traffic, gives it away there to the Guyanese. Oh, that's a whistle against Hamlet. Forced offense. Just for a moment, I thought that the referee was going to reach for his notebook, but Hamlet seems to be a little bit more cautious with those tackles. Here come Guyana. Oh my goodness. Catching St Vincent and the Grenadines. Just luck was on the side of the Vincentians. That a Holder was standing in an offside position.
I'm very fortunate. I mean, everybody in the crowd could see that guy free on the left flank, and it's a wonder why the communication between St Vincent's back four didn't pass on the message to pick him up. He was free like a bird. If not for the linesman's flag,
he would have been one down.
It would have been one down, of course.
Sure, right here on the near side for St Vincent and the Grenadines. Francis chips it forward. Stewart gives it up. That's Nelson. Chips it forward. Richardson. He wins it. Kicks it onto the feet of the number 10 player. That's Welchman, trying for St Vincent. Hamlet gives it away. Challenge there by George, throwing to Guyana. From Guyana. Well taken there by Winslow McDowell. Bowls it out to Anderson on the left side. George. Richards. George. Gives Anderson to Chase. Oh my goodness. Goalkeeper Clark just for a moment seemed like he was living carelessly, but he eventually finds his right fullback. Here's George. Francis. Down to his number 13 player. Oh, trying to get around his number 21. Battling. Finally lose it. Guyana chips it forward. Trace there by Francis. Throwing for St Vincent and the Grenadines. That's Ashton. Throws it long, straight into the path of the Guyanese. That's Nelson. Chips it forward to Holder. Holder gives it up to the Vincentians. Stewart, Francis. Stewart gives it away. Here's Holder. Oh, Plays an aimless pass to his number 10. He gives it up. But here's Myron Samuel. And Samuel is going to use what he has most of all. That's his speed. But will he be able to keep it in? Oh, corner for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. From the left-hand side, Samuel will take it for himself. Right foot in swinging. All players of Guyana in the 18-yard box. Samuel into the arms of goalkeeper Clark. It went in, out again, but the referee to his rescue. Danger is averted. "17 minutes unofficially. Vincent Heat 0. Guyana Jaguars 0. Clark sends it long down field. Ashton plays it back, but into the path of the number 11, Nelson. Holder, Nelson. Holder chips it up. Back to the number 15 player for Guyana. Takes a shot, but goalkeeper McDowell is right behind it. Ashton turning his man around. Oh, he gives it up to the number 11 player for Guyana. Nelson is it in the middle. Here's Holder. Bring it under control. Back again to Wilson. Chips it forward. Nodded away there by Richards. Hamlet. Oh, number 21 for Guyana. Aimlessly, long field, and chickles out for a goal kick for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That's number 21, Nelson. We are playing at least 21 minutes unofficially. Whistles blowing. 2 balls on the field. Your thoughts at this time?
Well, the game is starting to teeter out now. You know, we had the first 2 bursts of energy from both teams, more or less. More energy from St. Vincent and the Grenadines going forward. I mean, this is a 3:30, 4 o'clock sun, so, you know, after 20 minutes, the game is going to go down to a slower pace, you know, and right now, here's where you need to concentrate, keep your head up, don't make any mistakes, and hopefully, once something happens that you could go into the half 1-0, if not, a clean sheet. Clean sheet has to be the least of, you know, your aims right now. So, I just turn back over to you, Smoker, and we enjoy the rest of the half.
Long ball by Roy Richards, but with the wind on its back, trickles out for a swing deep in the Guyanese half. Number 5 for Guyana with it. Throws it forward. Stewart. Holder. Winning a throwing against Ashton. Long ball forward for Guyana, nodded away by Richardson. Hamlet trying to shield it. Oh, whistle going against Hamlet. Disapproval of the crowd. Ball chips forward there. Francis in pursuit. Richards finally clears and finds Anderson. Challenged by one man. Here comes Anderson. Oh, was trying to play it on the outside for Samuel. Intercepted there. They will be throwing for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Anderson back to Richards. To Richardson. Oh, ball by Anderson is not read. By James. straight into the arms of goalkeeper Clark. Guyana, the more patient team. St Vincent and the Grenadines, the team which is attacking because they are playing at home. They need something out of this encounter. And to just force blood is very important. Infringement called against Guyana. Here's Richards. Switching it from left to right. Finds Ashton. Hamlet. Oh, Hamlet gives it up. Throwing. Ashton on the near side. Long ball for Samuel. Beats one. Finds Emerald George. George chips it, but with the flight and with the wind, straight into the arms of goalkeeper Clark. Apart from Stewart having a clear-cut opportunity, St Vincent and Grenadines is not able to produce another. Richardson to Richards. Oh, nice little combination there for Vincey Heat. Anderson plays a ball, a bit overweighted for Stewart to run on to. Flag is up on the far side. Holder has run himself into an offside position. Guyana wins it again in the midfield. Here comes the chip forward. Out comes goalkeeper Winslow McDowell. Will begin his attack with Richards to Anderson. And James. And here comes Stewart again. And Stewart beats him. And Stewart kicks it over the bar. It's amazing. St Vincent and the Grenadines should have been 2 up. It cannot be. And even though he had pushed it past him first time, I still believe he could have broke the back of the net.
After going past the keeper, he should have taken his time and not tried to snatch at the chance. I could see his nightmares later if this game doesn't come out victorious for Vincey Heat. I mean, that's 2 clear-cut chances, and Guyana probably feeling now, hey, they live in a charmed life, and maybe this day is for them. It's written in the heavens for them. You need to put them away to put Guyana on the back foot. And right now, Guyana is attacking coming along down the line, and this could be dangerous.
Here comes the cross, overweighted, out into touch. Will be a goal kick for St Vincent and the Grenadines. We can still hear the buzz. We can still hear the buzz from the crowd. I still believe if he had took it first time, he could have brought the back of the net. It's really amazing. Stewart, he needs to attack. He needs to score so that it will build his confidence. Nodded away there by the number 8 player for Guyana. That's Nurse, throwing for St Vincent and Grenadines from the near side. Here's George. Finds Ashton, chips it forward. Stewart again will chase. No, that's a foul against Stewart. Just rounding his opponent, the number 5 player for Guyana. That's more. Long chip forward, have not worked. Richards finds Anderson. Anderson turn. His pass is not good, but he wins it again. Here is George. Oh, George Cross is not the kind that will trouble any defense and any goalkeeper. St Vincent and the Grenadines really need to do better with these opportunities that they are creating.
I agree with you. The chances are coming coming to St Vincent and the Grenadines. You know, I mean, in an earlier press conference, Coach Cornelius Huggins saying that the only thing he was worried about is us finishing the chances. His words are coming to fruition. We are getting the chances, but just not putting them away. And Guyana is building in confidence. And here can something happen for Guyana. Let's see what's happening. Oh my gosh.
And Guyana has scored, the number 15 player for Guyana, after rounding Richards. Right, left, and you smash a right-footed shot up into the roof of the net, above the head of goalkeeper Winslow McDowell, and that's Brandon Beresford. And what should have been 2-1 is now 0-1. Guyana with the opening goal by Beresford, and St Vincent has found themselves behind. Yes, we should have really been in front, and Beresford taking that opportunity and putting Guyana in front. Now we have a mountain to climb. About 27 minutes gone. Guyana 1, the home team 0. Do you think the Vincentian momentum will be broken here?
Well, from the goal, we saw heads hanging a bit, you know, and the crowd showing their disdain for us not scoring and for Guyana scoring. But this is the name of the game. St Vincent right back on the attack. And to tell you the honest truth, this is like I said, the coach's prophecy coming to fruition. If you fail to take out your opponent, they're going to build growing confidence, and I mean, they're not going to play with their chances. They're going to put it away, and they have the all-important away goal, you know. So St Vincent, like you said, has a mountain to climb, but this St Vincent, we are accustomed to climbing mountains.
Corner from the left side, it will be right-footed. Samuel, Myron. Hits it low. Comes to Richardson. But Richardson is not a sharp shooter. Back out again. Samuel chips it. It hits the post. Oh my word! And now there's a handball. The left-hand post has come to Clark's rescue, and it is always said that the uprights are the goalkeeper's best friends. Now the Jaguars have an indirect, or sorry, a direct free kick to defend. Nice move there by Samuel. Cuts inside and struck it with the inside part of the right foot. Struck the left upright. And rebound. Stewart is behind it. Anderson is behind it as well. George is waiting. A 7-man wall. Here comes Stewart off the wall. Up and over. St Vincent and the Grenadines will have.
You're asked to remove your visitors. They are blocking the emergency exit to the fire engine. Once again, PK761, P8158, PK860, remove.
Corner again from the left-hand side. It will be in swinging. Samuel again. Chips it. Nodded away there again by the number 7 player. Oh, here comes the number 13 player for St Vincent and the Grenadines. That's James. Volley is not so well. Over the bar. Goal kick for the Golden Jaguars. Vincent Heat needs to defend and to make sure that they do not go further under. Otherwise, we can call it a day. Because 4 days from now will be the return leg in Guyana. Richards. Inside. Finds George. Finds Anderson. Anderson chips at the line for ball to Stewart. And this time, oh my word, again. Stewart with a hat trick. Stewart has hits it into the path of goalkeeper Clark. Oh my goodness, this evening. But he still needs to be given the opportunities. He always finds himself Anderson plays such a delightful ball, but here is Guyana. The number 10 is running clear. Trouble here for St Vincent Grenadiers. It comes to the number 9. Oh my goodness, he just steers it just outside the left-hand post. That's the man holder. Where the Vincents fail to capitalize, they almost found themselves again further behind.
St Vincent getting caught trying to cry over spilled milk and forgetting their defensive duties, and again Guyana could have capitalized, and at 2-0 this game would have been all over.
Correctly said. McDowell sends it long. Anderson finds Richards. Streams finds George. Oh, plays the ball behind the back of Anderson. For once, George pass is a little off. He has been having a very good game in the midfield. Trying for the Guyana Jaguars after just headed out by Richardson. Long ball forward. Number 17 for Guyana, Mills. Failed to give trace. Goal kick for St Vincent and the Grenadines. We're playing about 32 minutes unofficial. McDowell sends it long. Head goes up. Nurse, the captain for Guyana, nods it forward. Shield off the ball. That's holder. Tussle gets inside. Challenge. Illegal. St Vincent. Hamlet. Chips it forward to find Stewart. He's trying to get around his man. Eventually gives it up to the number 5. That's Moore. Takes the throw in. Captain Nurse. It's number 15 player. Finds his number 7 Jacobs. Beresford. The man who scores the goal. Chips it forward. Intercepted there by Richards. Kicks it long upfield. Nodded away there by the Guyanese. Beresford again with a long ball. Richardson just nodded back to his keeper, McDowell. Boots it long downfield. Stewart wins it, turns. Finds Samuel. Oh, Samuel ball is for the number 4 to run on to. He does so. That's Ashton. Pulls it back. Then sends it back to Hamlet. Finds George. George chips it forward. Oh, but the flag goes up. And Samuel is caught in the offside position. Playing just about the 35th minute. Goalkeeper Clark is moving rather aimlessly. What's it? Clark chips it forward. Finds Norris, his captain, but he gives it up. Finds Hamlet. Hamlet. Stewart is trying to get around his number 5 player. That's Moore. Can't do so. Throwing for Guyana. More to Nelson. Chips it long forward to his number 10 player. Welchman and Wilson. Wilson decides to take an action. He's running at him. Here comes the cross. Out into touch. Goal kick to Vincey Heat. McDowell. Kicks it long. Not in the way there by Nurse. But Holder gives it up. Hamlet. Chips forward there to find Samuel. Runs on to it. Takes his man out nicely. There's danger here for Guyana. Samuel, chips it straight into the arms of goalkeeper Clark. And Guyana comes away with it. Beresford, the goal scorer. He finds his number 11 player. That's Wilson. Wilson goes over on the right-hand side. Finds his number 7. Back to him again. Guyana just weighing it out. Nurse beat his man nicely. Guyana still holding it up, very, very patient. Captain Nurse. Oh, chips it forward here. This looked like textbook football from Guyana. Here comes the cross, but straight into the path of Richards. Hits it forward. Fine James. Oh, he's trying to beat his number 21 player, but that's from way too far. And easily read and won. Beresford gets the returning pass from his player, but he gives it away this time to Richardson. Richardson to Richards. Richards knocks it forward. Here is Samuel. Here is Samuel. He's up against 3 Guyanese, but he rolls it back to Anderson. Anderson cuts inside. Oh, but he gives it away. His pass is not too well. It's more. It forward. Oh, that's a heavy challenge there by number 7 player for St Vincent and Grenadines. It's George. Clark is taking forever to take, and I know that the referee, is really going to get fed up with Clark. It's too early for that. He was about to take the kick, and then he leaves it for his central defender to take it. And he has found himself in the referee's notebook. That's Jacobs. Jacobs will take it. He chips it forward. Up goes the head. Guyana winning the exchanges. They are very, very patient. Nurse chips it forward. Finds Holder. Holder back to Nurse. But Nurse passes not so well. Richards. Wrongest man, that's Wilson. Hold the shot, not too well. Straight into the arms of goalkeeper McDowell. We're playing just about 40 minutes unofficial. Richards. Long ball for Anderson, but straight into the path of the number 7 for Guyana. That's Jacobs. Hits it out into touch. It will be a throw-in. Throw-in once again for St Vincent and the Grenadines. Guyana seems to be very patient, playing as if they are conserving their energy for the final 45 minutes. Anderson. Oh, inside pass for Samuel. It's not well. Booted away. Richardson. Nods it out to Richards. Richard brings it under control. Switches it all the way from right to left. Ashton plays it inside, finds it Samuel. Hamlet to Ashton. Try to turn his man around, gives it away to the number 11, but Hamlet wins it. Hamlet plays it forward into the path of the number 13 player, James. Oh, but the flag is up. James, just for a moment, has been caught offside. Stuart just coming to the near side for a little refreshment. Chips it forward. Finally booted away by Richardson. Samuel up in tussle with Nurse, the captain. Doesn't win the battle. Jacobs sending it forward for his number 9 player, but finally won by St Vincent and Grenadines. Here is Anderson. Oh, trying to pick out James. Doesn't do so. Won back by Guyana. Mills for Guyana. Find his goal scorer Beresford. Holder. Beresford. All the way back. Find Smith. Smith back to Clark. Playing out just the last few minutes before the end of the first half. This is Nelson. Back to Clark again. Jacobs to Nurse. Back with Jacobs. Find Mills. Mills chips it forward. And there could be danger here for St Vincent and Grenadines. Oh, but a well-timed tackle. That's like a cup winner's tackle by Richardson on the number 7 player. The whistle finally goes because the number 7 player, that's Jacobs. Jacobs is still down, seeking a calling for help. 44 minutes unofficially. Your thoughts? We are playing just at least the close of the first half is coming up.
I mean, just a comment on the tackle just seen there. It's one of those tackles, if you get it right, you're brilliant. If you get it wrong, you're a man down off the field. And Guyana has a very good goal scoring chance. Kudos to the defender for making that tackle, but the game is teetering out a walking pace right now. Guyana is just trying to skill the game, slow it off to a dead pace. But on the weaknesses on St Vincent, Guyana has realized that every time St Vincent attacks, they're weak on the wings, and they come attacking down the wings and try to create something, and they capitalize one time. Coach Jamal Shabazz should be the happier coach going into halftime, and Coach Cornelius Huggins has a lot of talking to do in the halftime. You know, this is where coaches earn their money, and I believe we're in for a good second half.
1 minute signal by the 4th official. St Vincent and the Grenadines, 1 minute injury time. Here's Stuart. Tries to find Samuel, but intercepted. Chips forward for the number 5 player. Here is Hole. But one there by Hamlet. Gives it to George. Oh. And the whistle have gone. When... Oh my. At a time when St Vincent was attacking, the whistle have gone for the first half of period. End of the first half, St Vincent and Grenadines now, Guyana 1.
pioneer of this bringing out nationalistic pride in all of us. So we recognize Marty for his contribution.
Yeah.
Now that he's dead, SAP is taking over. But Marty, you're not hearing us. You're St Vincent proud. And we have the opportunity to see this died. Once again, today.
Okay, once again, we are here to witness the second half of this encounter. St. Vincent and the Grenadines are Vincent Heat versus Guyana, the Golden Jaguars of Guyana. 45 minutes remaining on the clock. We'll wait no more. St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Richardson. Ashton for St. Vincent. First infringement against Captain Nurse for bundling his custodian off the ball. Oh, that's too long for Richards. Throwing for Guyana on the near side. Jacobs to take the throw-in. Whistle against the goal scorer, Beresford. So it's against Welchman. But here is Hamlet for Vincent Heat. George plays it for Stewart. Fighting, struggling. He finally gets it. Turns his man. Get around 1-2. Oh, tries a little skill. But finally knocked out into touch. And it will be a goal kick for Guyana. Clark on a yellow for time wasting. Chips it forward. But it's picked up there by Guyana. Beresford plays it long. But his number 12, sorry, the number 17 Mills cannot pull it back. Here's Richards. Bowls it forward to George. Oh, tries to get around his man, can't do so. Throwing for Guyana. Just on the near side. Here's the number 10 player getting around his man. He chips it inside and it's dangerous here for St. Vincent and Grenadines. But finally Richards to the rescue. McDowell comes out and claims it, averting the danger. But just for a moment, the Vincentians were living dangerously. Wins the McDowell. Gives it away. The number 7 player, that's Jacobs, knocks it back on the inside of the foot of Richardson. And McDowell had to use his agility just to get it over the bar. And for a moment, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, unlike the first half, starts very, what we will say, shakily. But it's a corner, the first corner of the second half. Eight yellow shirts defending. Here comes the corner. Corner gain from the other side after work from Richardson. The corner will have to be taken from the other side. Just playing about 3 minutes into the second half, the Jaguars has already 2 corners against Vincent Heat. third corner for the Jaguars, after it was punched away there by goalkeeper McDowell. Mills for Guyana going across to take it. Right foot in swinging from the left side. Here comes a corner, low and hard. But George clears it, and Will starts the counter-attack. Hits it for Stewart. Stewart is challenged by the number 5 for Guyana. Stewart gets around the man. He's going to come in. Here is Stewart. And Stewart finds the back of the net at last, to the relief of the Vincentian crowd. It's 1-1. And Stewart has given St Vincent something to cheer for. This is what you call a counteracting football. One there by George. Brought it under the run and gives it to Cornelius Stewart. Get around his number 5 player. That's more for Guyana. And he strikes it into the far right-hand side of the net, beating goalkeeper Clark. It's 1-1 here. 6 minutes gone in the second half.
Cornelius Stewart redeeming himself there. The ball out of the back was beautiful. He took down well and he took on his player and he slapped it into the corner. He has redeemed himself. No more nightmares for Stewart tonight. I think he's a player who will be sleeping very easily.
Well, he is owing us 3. So he needs to back 3 more. So it's 1-1 here. Guyana finding Hola, but Hola losing it. Here comes George, chips it forward to Samuel, but it booted away there by the Guyanese defense. Richards for St Vincent and the Grenadines. Find Richardson. St Vincent and the Grenadines just playing it short and wide with Francis. Giving it to Anderson. Anderson. Oh, sorry, he gives it away. Sorry, that's Ashton. Here's Beresford for Guyana. Finds Wilson. Wilson to Moore. Moore to Nurse. Trying to get around his player. Moore chips it on the inside, but booted away there by Ashton. Samuel sends it forward once more for James, but he can't find it. One there by the number 11, Wilson. Oh, pass is overweighted. Goal kick for St Vincent and the Grenadines. Playing just about 8 minutes into the second half. It's Guyana 1, St Vincent and the Grenadines 1. McDowell boots it long. Anderson trying to get around his man, and it is Anderson, and he has signaled for a goal kick. Surprisingly, it's not a corner. Jacob chips it long to Holder, but it's nodded away there by the number 15 player for St Vincent and the Grenadines. That's Francis. Corner for Guyana on the right hand side. The referee looking at his watch as number 5 player, that's Moore, in swinging, left footed. Here's the cross. Richardson nods it away. Here comes George. Chips it forward for Anderson. Anderson cuts inside, beats two of his players, but it comes to Samuel, who tries a shot. Ricochets from one of the Guyanese defenders. Here's Moore. Try to get around. George can't do so. George shielding him off nicely. Finds Richards. Richards finds the number 13. James cuts across. Two-man. Gives it over to Samuel, but his pass is not well. Booted out there by the Guyanese. Throwing for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. St. Vincent and Grenadines making their first change. The number 12 player, that's Slater.
St. Vincent Grenadines coming out. Number 13, Gavin James.
Slater for James.
Number 12, Kevin Slater. Substitution, St. Vincent Grenadines. Kevin Slater for Gavin James.
Guyana with it. Patient. Chips it forward for the number 10. Francis. Finds Ashton. Ashton finds Hamlet. Slater, first touch. Finds Samuel. Here's Richards. Anderson. Finds Samuel again. Nurse. Committing an infringement against Anderson. And Anderson looks much more sharper now than in the first half. Maybe instructions from Cornelius Stewart. That he's to cut inside. We see in the first half he was doing more distribution. Now he's taking it on, and he's taking on the defense. Do you think it's instructions?
It has to be instructions. We see a different from Cornelius Stewart in the second half. We see a different Alex Anderson in the second half. A lot of the players, I don't know what exactly Coach Cornelius Huggins said to them, but whatever he said is working. They're turning up the tempo, and Anderson is taking them on, Samuel is taking them on, and getting the better of them. We need to score at 1-1 with the away goal to Guyana. Guyana would be in the ascendancy playing the whole match. We need to come out with a win. Here's a free kick.
Oh. Samuel. Too much on it. Over the wall and over the bar. We're playing just about 13 minutes unofficially. St. Vincent and the Grenadines should have been in the driver's seat. Nodded away there by Richards. Anderson finds Samuel. Samuel. Richards. All the way over to Ashton. Ashton back to Francis. Stewart trying to get around his man. He will. Finally, stout defending there by the number 5 for Guyana. That's Moore winning goal kick for Guyana. Clark has to be reminded that he's on a yellow card for time wasting. Chips it forward. Nodded away there by Richards. Finds Samuel. Samuel plays it forward for Anderson to run on to. Anderson finds Samuel. He hits it with his left foot, but yes, Slater. Oh, great goalkeeping there by Clark. Corner to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And just for a moment, I thought that Anderson was going to take the shot.
I was already jumping up for 2-1. Believe it or not, I don't know how that keeper made that save the second time around. Maybe Samuel should have buried the shot first time. But kudos to the Guyanese keeper for stretching and extending himself to make that second save. And these are the saves that win games and lose games, you know. It's good to see St Vincent attacking, but I have to hand it to the Guyanese. They're living a charmed life, and boy, Jamal Shabazz said some prayers before this game started, because this game should be 4-1, 5-1 by now, but it's only one apiece. And Guyana holding on, and kudos to the keeper for making that brilliant save. Nice to watch.
He's down. That's one of the things no team loves to see in football. When your goalkeeper relieved. But St Vincent and the Grenadines now in the second period we are actually kicking home, and this is normally the decision taken by all our national teams. Kick to the back way in first. Corner from the left side. Swings in by George. Nodded away there by Holder. Stewart chips it back inside, but the chip is not a good one. And it's a goal kick for Guyana. Clark is up. Still seems to be feeling the effect of the knock he received with the encounter with Slater. Clark sends it long downfield. Nodded away by Richardson. Nurse boots it forward, but Richardson. Samuel chips it forward. Find Anderson. Back to Samuel. It's Anderson again. Running inside. Takes a shot. Blocked there by the number 4 player for Guyana. That's Smith. Ashton coming to the rescue. Hamlet plays it again to Anderson. Anderson chips it forward for Slater, but booted away there by the number 21. That's Nelson. Richards to George. Get around his man nicely. George turns inside, trying to find Slater, but it comes back to Richards. Richards goes down after high boot from Jacobs. No card. It was not actually intentional, but St Vincent and Grenadines shot.
Guyana, number 7, Wayne Jacobs.
Oh yes, he is being carded. He is being carded. Samuel is behind it. George finally moves away. All of the Guyana team is into the 18-yard box. Samuel, right-footed, chips it straight into the arms of goalkeeper Clark. Moore sends it long, finds his number 17 play on the right-hand side. Oh, but the ball eludes him. Oh, but it runs out into touch. That Mills. What a delightful ball from Moore, but it was not read perfectly by Mills. George tried to find Slater. Out into touch off the boot of the number 4 player for Guyana, that's Smith. Anderson can't control. Train for Guyana from the near side. Beresford finds Holder. Holder goes out onto the left-hand side to his number 11 player. That's Wilson. Wilson to number 15. Here comes the cross. And oh my goodness. Goalkeeper McDowell was slow coming off the line. And Holder managed to get a foot in. And a fraction of a second, a little earlier for Holder, we could have found ourselves again behind 2-1. McDowell chips it forward, straight into the path of the Guyanese. Here's number 7, won by Richards. But out. Mills is there. Jacobs throws it inside, finds his number 10 player. It's Welchman. Free kick for Guyana. Deep into the 7.5 half of the field. It will be taken in swinging for Moore. Moore swings it in. Cut out there by Francis, the captain. For a moment, he seemed to be in some sort of discomfort, but he's up again. Moore will swing it in, this time from the right side with his left foot, in swinging. Not in a way by Slater. Jacob sends it forward. Another way by Stewart. Stewart to Slater. Slater hooks it forward for Samuel, but Richards is there. Guyana. The level of play has really deteriorated. For both teams are just seeming to get it out of their defensive area. Stewart. Oh, Richardson. Come back to Hamlet. Hamlet to George. George ships it forward to Samuel. Samuel nods it inside to Slater. Oh, but the flag goes up. Oh, that's welcome for the Guyanese. And here we see Guyana making their first substitution. Number 14 will be on for 9, so Holder is out.
Guyana coming out, number 9, Sheldon Holder, going in, number 14, Shakes Bascom. Shakes Bascom for Sheldon Holder.
So Bascom is in for Holder. George for St Vincent. Not off the ball. Obstruction there by Richards. On Nurse. Jacobs. Finds Bascom. Trying for Guyana once more. Trying again for Guyana. Here comes the number 10 for Guyana. Cut across 1, 2. Try to clear there by Stewart. Going back in defense to do some defensive work. But finally into the arms of goalkeeper McDowell, who boots it long downfield. Slater uses it, but it comes to George. George finds Anderson. Get across his man. Anderson, oh, trying to find Stewart! Oh, but luckily the flag is up. But Stewart's touch also was a bit too heavy. And I just believe that Anderson should have taken the shot.
Either he passed the ball first time before stumbling, or you take a shot and hope for the rebound that Stewart could have picked up. But you're quite right in saying he maybe should have taken the shot.
We haven't seen Anderson, despite of his attacking nature, has not been firing on goal. Decide to take the options of passing. Long ball from Guyana, but straight into the arms of goalkeeper Winslow McDowell. Kicks it downfield into the path of Stewart. Ashton chips it forward, but booted upfield by the Guyanese. Francis is there, throwing for Guyana. We are playing just about 25 minutes into the second half. Nurse, captain, finds his number 15 player, tries to turn, but when there by George chips it forward for Slater. Does he have the legs to get there? Clark boots it out, and it will be a throwing for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Another change for Guyana.
Guyana, number 17, Gordon Mills.
Mills will be out.
Number 22,
Aline is coming in. Aline.
Ian Aline replaces Gordon Mills for Guyana.
Goal kick for Guyana. Throwing for Guyana on the near side. It's gone. Blocked there by Richards. Throwing on the near side. Jacobs. Finds his captain. Jacob chips it forward. Finds number 11. Comes to his number 15 player. Guyana attacking. Here comes the chips forward. Nodded away there by Richards. One there by Slater. Oh, Slater tried to chips it forward, come back into his path, but loses it. Ashton is there. Number 15 for Guyana. Picks it up. Here is the number 11. Trying to turn. Oh, great defensive work there by Richardson. But still, here's number 14. Brandon, oh, he tries to find his arm on running number 7 player. That's Jacobs. But touched out of play. And it will be a throwing for Guyana. Goal kick for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The throw from Jacobs to Wilson. Wilson not controlling. Was out into touch. Goal kick for St. Vincent. Winslow McDowell. Boots it long field. Richards trying to find Stewart, but it's won by the Guyanese. Richardson. Oh, chips it forward. The flag goes up against Anderson. And I've seen the game have picked up a momentum of the short, nippy passes that we've been seeing in the first half. We are not seeing them at all. Both teams are just playing it long.
Yeah, both teams sensing, hey, on the long ball, using the pace of both teams' wingers has been shown to be effective, so they're just resorting to that. And for the first time in the match, we're seeing Guyana actually pressing into the Vincentian half and putting pressure on the St. Vincent defense. I mean, St. Vincent only resort is to, as they win the ball, kick it long, and that is due to Guyana's good pressure on the ball.
See Guyana trying to bring back, swing that one in, but the flag goes up. Goal kick for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's 1-1 even, Stephen. The momentum has dropped, but St. Vincent and the Grenadines must leave St. Vincent with a win. Cannot go into Guyana territories. Winsor McDowell is calling Francis to take the free kick. It was something similar to this when Clark received his card. McDowell should take note. Francis chips it long. Slater goes up. Not high enough. One there by Emerald George. Finds Richards. Richards chips it forward for Samuel. But not away there by the Guyanese. Comes all the way to Ashton. Ashton chips it. Guyana in their own half. Nurse finds Beresford. Forward. Guyana attacking down the left-hand side. There could be trouble here for St. Vincent if he can get around his man. Finds his number 11 player. He finds his player from Guyana. He shoots. Oh my word! That's textbook football. Guyana is 2 up. The number 14 player for Guyana, the man who was introduced on the field of play, has broke the back of the net, and that's
Rick Bascom.
That's Bascom. And putting St. Vincent and the Grenadines in further trouble. Guyana 2, St. Vincent and the Grenadines 1. And we are down at the foot of the mountain. We'll have to climb again back to the top where it was a while ago. We are playing just about 33 minutes unofficially. It was a well-struck goal and well taken. St. Vincent and the Grenadines have it all to do again. Guyana coming forward again. Chips it forward. This time McDowell comes off his line and snatches it. McDowell kicks it downfield. Bascom. George trying to get around his man. But one there by Nurse. Nurse chips it forward to Bascom. The second goal scorer for Guyana. Richardson is with him. But he comes all the way back to his captain Nurse. Jacobs finds Bascom. Wilson to Jacobs. Switching it from left to right. Forward. Finds his number 10 player. Switching it over to the number 23. It comes back. Oh, Guyana look trying and nippy bit of passing there, but finally won by the Vincentians. Stewart, oh, hit an aimless pass to find Samuel. This is not the kind of football that the Vincentians are accustomed to.
No, they need to go back to the nice, crisp, short passing game we were seeing in the first half. Just hitting the ball long is, it's easy for the Guyanese defenders to pick off. They double teaming Samuel, double teaming Slater, and just getting to the ball before them because of their advantage in height and countering well. And on the last goal, it was Ashton getting caught in no man's land in transition and not being able to recover. Having the centre backs have to shift across this position. The ball's been switched over to the next side, and there's the goal. It's a well-worked and well-planned strategy, and kudos to Jamal Shabazz and Guyana for scoring that goal.
Just seen an attack by Guyana, but Welchman's header was not on target, not on frame. Goal kick for St. Vincent. Francis sends it long downfield. Up goes the head of Slater. It comes back to George. Not a good header. And the crowd is sensing that Guyana is having the better exchanges. Here is Stewart trying to outrun Bascom. But Bascom, realizing the speed of Stewart, did very well to counter him and eventually placing it out into touch for corner. Snag is coming on for Anderson.
Replacing him, number 21, Risnag. Risnag, number 21, replacing number 10, Alex Anderson.
So Snag is on for Anderson.
Risnag replacing Alex Anderson for St Vincent the Grenadines.
Richardson holding on to his man, protesting that he did commit an infringement on Welchman, but the referee will not change his decision. Free kick for Guyana, just in the Vincentians' half of play, but they will take it in their own half. Guyana chips it forward. Booted out of play by Ashton. It will be a throwing for St Vincent and for Guyana, deep in the Vincentian half of play. Moore taking his own time, not in any hurry to take it. Throws it in field. Comes to Slater. Slater chips it forward for Snag. But Nurse will have none of it. And now that the Guyanese are leading, they are in front in this encounter, they have seemed to be adding to their physical advantage here. Whistle gone. It's a free kick against Wilson. That's Hamlet, captain for St Vincent and Grenadines, being spoken to by the referee. Wilson's up on the feet. Nurse and Moore is right there. Nurse tries to send it across to Bascom, but intercepted by Richards. Stewart gives it to Samuel, runs into the box, and Slater has given the Vincentians something to shout about. It's 2-2. Oh, it's a wonderful pass by Samuel, and Slater, the man who, since he had entered the field, he had been playing to perfection, has said thank you very much and placed it into the left-hand side of the goal. St. Vincent and the Grenadines 2, Guyana 2. We are playing about 40 minutes, not much time remaining.
Temperature has been turned up. Quincy Heat equalizes. Kevin Slater, number 12. Quincy Heat 2. Guyana Golden Dragons 2.
We are playing just about 38 minutes. We've seen a substitution.
Number 6. Passport Ledger replaces number 4. Glenford Ashton for St Vincent.
Ashton is off.
Third and final substitution.
Ledger is on.
Passport Ledger for Glenford Ashton.
No sign of Kyle Edwards. Stewart is coming to the side. Guyana making another substitution. Number 6 for Guyana. Adrian Butters is on.
Guyana, substitution.
Number
Adrian
7.
Butters, number 6, replaces number 7, Dwayne Jacobs.
Jacobs.
Number 6, Adrian Butters, replaces number 7, Dwayne Jacobs. Substitution, Golden Dragons of Guyana.
Not much time remaining in this encounter. We have seen the 4th official going all the way across to the assistant. So the assistant is taking his own gradual time, limping off. Here's a restart. Richards in on Bascom. The whistle has gone. The man who scored the equalizer for Guyana. Beresford, the man who put Guyana in front, is behind it. He's going to whip it inside with his right foot. Whips it inside. Nodded away there by Samuel. Booted back infield, but there could be trouble here. And Guyana, oh, where's the McDowell? It's finally, oh, but the flag is to the Vincentians' rescue. But if very, very early that the number 4 player for Guyana, not a sharpshooter, if he could have get his shot off early, then the Guyanese might have silenced the crowd again. Francis hits it long downfield. One there by Ledger. Taps it forward. Stewart turns. Finds Samuel. Holds it up. Tries to get around his man. Oh, chips it into the boot of the goal scorer for Guyana. And it's all the way back to Richardson. Ledger. Ashton. Sorry, Francis. Oh, the flag goes up on the far side. Offside against St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are playing just about 43 minutes. Not much time remaining for St. Vincent to grab a go-ahead goal here. But it's Guyana attacking down the left-hand side. Sips it inside. George, Hamlet. George again. Making a run. Oh, trying to get around his man very skillfully, but Beresford will have none of it. Showing to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Captain Hamlet. Throws it in to Stewart onto the hands of the crowd appeals. But here's George onto his famous left foot. Oh, his touch is a little too heavy. And it will be a free kick, goal kick for the Guyana Jaguars. We can say that we have played 45 minutes here at the Guyana VS Sports Complex. Long ball booted out by Clark. Guyana with one last final attempt. Here's Beresford. Comes to the goal scorer. Here comes the trip. Inside for Beresford once more. Out comes McDowell. Shadows his opponent. Goal kick for St Vincent and the Grenadines. Francis hits it long. Choin for Guyana. Right on the near side. Not much time remaining. Richardson nods it forward. Richardson. Oh, he gives it up and gives it away, but well read there by Francis. Ball by Richards. Finds Cornelius Stewart. Stewart hits it into the middle to find Samuel. A little too hard ahead of him, but he comes back. Finds Slater. Slater gets around one man. Try to get around two. Can't do so. I think just for a moment, when Slater get around the first player, he should have taken the shot with his left foot. But he tries to, gives it up. Whistle against the Vincentians. Free kick. Guyana sends it long forward. Francis. He had a very good game this evening for St Vincent and the Grenadines. Francis, oh, being eluded there by his player, but well read. Come back to Ledger. Ledger tried to get around his man. Does so. Finds George. George cuts inside. Cuts inside. Oh, again. And loses it this time. Guyana will attack. Here's number 15 for Guyana. Trying to run in the box. But Richards is there. Finds Hamlet. Samuel. Slater. Samuel. Again he finds Samuel into the box. And Samuel shoots a great save there by goalkeeper Clark. And I wonder why Samuel did not try to roll it across to find Snag. Snag was in an open position. And surely St. Vincent and the Grenadines would have really have something to celebrate this evening. But he upped to shoot, and it was in the path of our goalkeeper Clark, who just helped it over the crossbar. Not much time remaining here at the Guyana VS Sports Complex. Right side corner, taken left-footed, which means it will be swinging in. George sends it in. It comes to Richards. Richards takes it on his hand. That's the end of the game. It is end here, all square and all even. Your final words on this encounter this evening?
It was a very exciting game. In the dying stages, St. Vincent and the Grenadines could have sealed it with a victory, but with the game at 2-2, I mean, Guyana would feel comfortable taking a draw with 2 away goals going back to Guyana, and Guyana is a dangerous team at home. The Jaguars really show their teeth playing at home. So I'm looking forward to the second leg. The game was very exciting, and I guess Cornelius thought with Rue the chances he missed in the first half, but congratulations to both teams for showing a very good performance, giving us a very exciting game here in Annesville, and we look forward to the second leg.
That's all here from the Annesville Sports Complex. 90 more minutes in Guyana coming this Sunday at the Guyana National Stadium. Goodbye from the Annesville Sports Complex.